Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Shukri, Ruijie post-sales engineer. This video is made to send a clear message to the market. For a long time, Ruijie was seen as a solution mainly for SMB and SME environments. Today, that perception changes. Ruijie gateways are already competing with high-end enterprise gateways, and in many scenarios, they even deliver advanced security features. Ruijie switches have also proven their strengths across multiple network scenarios. And now, with enterprise-grade security features introduced on Ruijie access point, the ecosystem is complete. 802.1x authentication, dynamic VLAN assignment, and identity-based access control. All of this now centrally controlled and delivered through the cloud without complexity. This is not a firmware upgrade. This is a transformation. Let's start our 802.1x authentication setup on Ruijie access point with dynamic VLAN assignment. In this video, we will build a complete enterprise-grade 802.1x solution using Ruijie access point, step by step and in a very simple way. We have a Ruijie access point model RAP2260H with IP address 192.168.110.15 connected to an access switch. That switch is uplinked to our Ruijie Easy Gateway, and it also connects to our Radius server. The Radius service is provided by Microsoft Network Policy Server, NPS, and the Active Directory is installed on the same server using the IP address 192.168.110.200. Only one SSID is broadcasted to users, but behind the scene, this single SSID can dynamically assign different VLANs based on who is logging in. Each VLAN is mapped to a specific Active Directory group, and each group contains specific users. Authentication and VLAN assignment are fully controlled through NPS policies. For example, when a user logs in with the account Ahmed1, they are placed directly into VLAN 1, where access to YouTube is blocked. Another user, Ahmed10, is authenticated into VLAN 10, where YouTube is allowed but Facebook is blocked. User Ahmed20 is assigned to VLAN 20 with an internet speed limit of 10 megabit per second, while Ahmed30 is assigned to VLAN 30 that allows internet access with a 20 megabit per second speed limit. All of this we will configure step by step in this video. Let's begin. Before moving forward with the configuration, I want to clearly highlight an important point. Dynamic VLAN assignment through 802.1x is supported only on specific Ruijie access point models, and this support is enabled starting from the new firmware versions. So, before applying the solution in any real deployment, always make sure that your access point model is included in the supported list and is running the required firmware version. These supported models are divided into SMP and SME categories. Now, I'll open my project on the Ruijie Cloud. First, I click on View Topology, then Enable Display Items, then select Wired Clients. The reason I do this is simple. I want to clearly see which devices are connected to the switch and which ports they are connected to. This is very important before configuring dynamic VLANs. As we can see here, Port 1 is connected to the gateway, Port 6 is connected to the access point, and Port 8 is connected to the Radius server. This confirms that physical topology is correct. Now, I'll move to Devices and open the gateway. From here, I go to Configuration, then VLANs. As you can see, I already have my VLANs created. VLAN 1, which is the default, VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 30. Next, we will move to the switch to verify the port configuration. I open the switch, go to Configure, and check the ports. Port 1 is already up and working as expected, uplink port, and it is trunk by default. Now I select port 6 and port 8. Change the port type to trunk and allow the required VLANs to pass through these ports. After that, I save the configuration. Now it's time to configure 802.1x on the Wi-Fi. I go to Device Configuration, then Wireless, and open Wi-Fi settings. I'll create a new SSID and name it Radius. For the security type, I'll select 802.1x Enterprise. Scrolling down, the system asks for Authentication Server. I click on Manage Server Groups and create a new server group. I'll name the server group Shukri_Radius. The server IP address is 192.168.110.200. The server name is Shukri_server. Authentication port is 1812, accounting port is 1813, and the shared key is Ruijie at 123. Please note, this shared key must match exactly what is configured on the Microsoft NPS server. After saving the server group, I select it as the authentication server. Now I scroll down to Dynamic VLAN Authorization and enable it. Then I enable supported VLANs and add VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 30. VLAN 1 is already the default VLAN, so there is no need to add it manually. Finally, I click OK to save the configuration. By this point, we have successfully configured the 802.1x authentication on the Ruijie cloud. However, before we start testing the connections, there is one very important step remaining. We still need to complete the traffic flow control and application control configuration. This step allows us to enforce bandwidth limits and application policies per user and per VLAN. In the next part, I'll configure these controls, and then we will move to real testing to see how everything works together in action. Now, I'll move to Network Wide, and then select Flow and Application Control. I'll start first with the Flow Control. From here, I choose Custom Traffic Control Policy, and then select Per IP Traffic Control. Since we already configured VLAN 20 and VLAN 30, both of them will have bandwidth limitations. I'll start with VLAN 20. For the rate limit mode, I can choose either overall or per IP. In this case, I'll apply the policy per IP. I'll set the maximum upload speed to 1 mega and the maximum download speed to 10 megabit per second. For the effective time, I'll select all time. I'll name this policy VLAN 20-10 megabit per second speed limit, and then save the configuration. I'll now repeat the same steps for VLAN 30, applying the required bandwidth limits. After completing the flow control configuration for VLAN 20 and VLAN 30, I'll move to Application and Website Control. As mentioned earlier in the introduction, VLAN 1 will block YouTube and VLAN 10 will block Facebook. I'll start with VLAN 1. I select Application Control, then navigate to Entertainment, Video. Here I can easily find the YouTube or simply search for it directly. I select YouTube, set the effective time to all time, name the policy YouTube block, and then save it. I now apply the same configuration for VLAN 10, blocking Facebook according to the policy requirements. At this stage, we have successfully configured the access point on the Ruijie cloud. And we have also applied all the required VLAN policies and traffic controls on our Easy Gateway. Now, before moving to the Microsoft NPS configuration, there is one very important step we need to complete. We need to disable the SON protocol on the gateway. This step is required to make sure that the access point operates as the master device. This step is very simple. First, I open the Easy Gateway eWeb interface. From the Gateway menu, you will find the Self-Organizing Network (SON) option. I disable it, then save the configuration, and that's it. Before we start testing and validating the 802.1x setup, I want to highlight one important point. The Active Directory and the Microsoft NPS configuration was already explained in detail in video 1, starting from minute 4.53. In this video, we will not repeat those steps. We will only review one critical setting on the NPS server to make sure everything is ready. I open Server Manager and launch NPS console. I verify the access point IP address and confirm that the shared secret key matches the 802.1x configuration. As a best practice, I restart the NPS service. Just stop, start again to ensure all settings are applied before testing. Now it's time to start the validation phase. We will test the 802.1x authentication and we will also verify the policies configured on the Easy Gateway for each user account. Let's begin. Now I'm sharing my mobile phone screen together with the Ruijie cloud so we can validate the configuration in real time. I'll start by connecting to the Radius SSID using the account Ahmed1. Before connecting, you can see that YouTube was working normally on my mobile phone. Now the device is successfully authenticated and connected to the Wi-Fi using Ahmed1. I'll try to play YouTube again. As you can see, YouTube is no longer working because VLAN 1 is configured with a policy that blocks YouTube access. To validate this behavior, I'll now remove YouTube blocking policy from the gateway. Let's check again on the mobile phone. As you can see, YouTube is now working again, which confirmed that the policy is applied dynamically and instantly. Now I will disconnect from this SSID using Ahmed1. Before connecting with the next account, you can see that Facebook is working normally on my mobile phone. Now I connect to the same SSID using the account Ahmed10. In the Authenticated Clients section on the Ruijie cloud, you can see that my device is now assigned an IP address under VLAN 10. Let's go back to Facebook. As you can see, Facebook is not loading. There are no images, no reels, or no content available. This confirmed that Facebook is blocked on VLAN 10, exactly as configured. Now I remove the Facebook blocking policy and test again. As you can see, Facebook is now working normally, which confirmed that the policy enforcement is accurate and dynamic. Before disconnecting from this account, I'll perform an internet speed test. This is important because the next account, Ahmed20, is assigned to VLAN 20, which has bandwidth limit of 10 megabit per second. After connecting with Ahmed 20, I started the speed test. As you can see, the download speed test is limited to 10 megabit per second, exactly as defined in the policy. To further confirm this behavior, I'll now remove the bandwidth limitation policy and run the speed test again. As you can see, the internet speed now reaches 51 megabit per second, which clearly confirmed that the traffic policy was correctly applied. Finally, I am connecting using Ahmed 30. This account is assigned to VLAN 30 with a bandwidth limit of 20 megabit per second. Running speed test again, we can see the speed reaches approximately 19 megabit per second, which perfectly matches the configured bandwidth limitation. This confirms that 802.1x authentication, dynamic VLAN assignment, and policy enforcement are all working together successfully on the Ruijie platform. This was a complete 802.1x setup with dynamic VLANs on Ruijie access point, enterprise level security, and cloud simplicity. This is a real game changer for Ruijie. Thank you for watching.